Hey guys, what's up? It's Munclesonkey. Welcome to a new video. So, when I make videos, often you get comments on the videos down in the comments section. I'm sure a lot of you know what that is, and sometimes in the comment section people ask questions, and some of the most common questions that I get asked, well, probably the most common are, how old are you, where do you live, what started you playing Runescape, all of the really basic ones. But one question that I've been asked a lot and have never truthfully answered, at least in the full version of it, is how did you get the name Munclesonkey and what made you start doing YouTube? So I thought I would tell the story out of both of them because they both have rather short and maybe somewhat interesting stories behind the two, and it's just not something I've told before. I've always kind of said in the past that my brother made up the name, and that's true, but there's more to it than that. So, how the name came into being was about 13 or 14 years ago when my brother was just a very young child. He had recently seen the movie Lion King for the first time, and there's a part during the movie where the Uncle Scar, who is the antagonist lion during the story, says the phrase monkey's uncle. I don't quite remember why he said it, but my brother thought it was hilarious, but he was still a young child, so he couldn't really say words yet. So instead of saying monkey's uncle, because he was trying to quote the phrase, he said Munclesonkey instead, just a mispronunciation of the name, and I thought it was pretty funny and a pretty awesome username. So ever since then, every time I have had to sign up for a video game or any sort of service online where you need a username for something, I've always used the phrase Munclesonkey, just because I thought the username was really cool, and it has just stuck since then. So now for the slightly longer tale, how I started making YouTube videos, and this one started way back in 2007, not the YouTube videos part, but that's when I started playing RS. Like many of you, I was in 7th grade and I had just heard about this cool new game from friends at school called Runescape, and everyone was playing it, and back then it was actually cool to say that you played RS, and it was something that you would admit publicly and talk to with other people, and they didn't judge you for it. It was a pretty awesome time back then. But anyway, how that went is I played for about a year and a half. I played off and on throughout the next few years, but didn't fully come back to RS until 2011 when the Wilderness was returning. Not because the Wilderness was returning, I was never much into BKing, but more because, yet again, people at school were talking about, oh yeah, the Wilderness is coming back. So it was like, hey, I remember that game, I'm going to go play it again and see how it goes. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have varying opinions on this, but to me at least, 2011 2012 felt like the boom of RuneScape on YouTube, because when RS was really big in 2007, YouTube was still a fairly new site, and not a whole lot of people were using it. But later on, a few years later, YouTube was starting to grow, starting to become humongous, and there was all of these awesome RuneScape video makers making lots of videos, mostly focused around PKing and killing bosses and stuff. But as I was coming back to the game and there was all this new stuff in the game, I wanted to find out about the game without having to just go through trial and error and figure out everything. So I'd look up videos on YouTube and watch them, and I thought, hey, this looks really cool. I'm going to try it. So I did, and I eventually tried making a few YouTube videos, and obviously the first ones were terrible quality, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And they looked bad, and the audio quality was bad. I was using a mic I got from a yard sale for about $3, so as you might imagine, the quality of that wasn't great either. So unlike school, YouTube was a really cool outlet in which you could pour into your creativity and all your new ideas, and it's really cool when you first start making videos because you're making them, you're not getting a whole lot of views, but the few people that do watch them typically give some positive feedback and tips on how you can improve, and you feel like you're achieving something and you're getting your finished product out there and you're proud of what you've done. And obviously it doesn't look so great at the start, but you're beginning to learn how to do stuff like video editing and making the product look better, which is awesome, learning all of that stuff as well. And unlike school, because my first year of making YouTube videos was my last year in high school as well, you felt like you're achieving something with your work and you're doing something productive rather than school, where, at least for me, my high school experience was, you do this math and stuff that you never feel like you're going to use ever again in life. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that, but with YouTube, you're doing what you enjoy, and it's a nice way to pour out all these creative ideas that you had and share them with other people. So now as we move into the later stages of the YouTube career, if you will, I will admit it does get to a point where the video ideas do start to run a little bit dry. The passion for video making is not there as much as it used to be when I first started out. It still is fun. I still really enjoy making progress and recording it and making these Iron Man progress videos, as by far the most fun I've been having on RS lately. Not even been logging onto the main account because the Iron Man is just too much fun. But you guys have done a great job with providing me a lot of suggestions for what to make videos about. Honestly, most of the videos I make are based off of suggestions, and including this one. But I will be continuing to do YouTube as I go throughout college. I'm now going to college for sports management. I'm hoping to become a video coordinator for basketball one day. That is the dream. So I will continue playing RS and making these videos as I continue to go to class, which starts tomorrow, so that should be fun. Anyway, I wanted to thank you all for watching this. Happy Easter to each and every one of you, and I will see you the next time I upload. But until then, farewell.